My rule is that I will personally go for these people in the exact same energy as they go for anyone else. As you guys know, as a big girl, I'm not going light, right? We're going straight in and it's a full fat Coke. You, Marcus. Well, what's up, rebels? My name's Willie and I am one half of Liam and Willie. We are engaged, we are queer.
As Queen Slay!
And today I am here to react rather offensively to the offensive twat. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. And if you're subscribed, I truly wish there were more words in the English dictionary just so I could describe how naturally beautiful you are. And to be just as beautiful on the inside. Only someone as remarkable as you could possess such a gift. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. My day got so much better because I know that I'm spending even some of it with you. So without further ado, let's get into it. The video I'll be reacting to today is called Is Sleeping with Trans Women Really Straight? A total of nobody should be surprised that I do not like Marcus. I said what I said and I didn't stutter. If you don't know why I personally don't like Marcus, well...
I know it's a little late, but I have now decided that I love J.K. Rowling.
So happy about it.
Is it just me, or does it look like she's still got breasts? Maybe it's because she's a little bit overweight, and that's why it's like... Look at this.
So yeah, not the biggest fan, but I haven't watched this video yet, so this could be like one time, like marked in history, where Marcus actually says something that I agree with. Is it a plane? Is it a bird? No, it's Marcus actually been base for once. Who knows? You know what I mean? I don't know, but let's watch it together and actually find out. By the way, I know there's a blue here, and if I cover, there's no blue. But I'm kind of like feeling my Avatar era.
This trans activist is one of the most insufferable ones. And
this pick me is one of the most insufferable. You know what? I'm gonna let us get through some because this will take too long.
Today, I want to talk about why. First, let's watch some of his videos.
Hooking up with straight men just hits different. It's 1:30 in the morning and I'm
sorry, but the misgendering, I can't. It's the whole just putting the ladder behind you, isn't it? You're just putting it behind you like, oh, I'm kind of like fitting into society. I've got like these people's approval, normally like straight people's approval. So now I'm gonna go and fuck things up for everyone else. But anyways, do you, boo?
used to being out and about at this time, but it feels different. When I was a gay boy, it was like, look at me with another gay boy, being an ally to the community. And now I'm not an ally. I guess I'm a traitor. I feel like I'm behind enemy lines. I've infiltrated a group I don't belong to and I'm learning their secrets.
What do you mean when you were a gay man? In past tense. You're still a gay man. And there's nothing straight about a man sleeping with you. Someone in the comments wrote exactly what I just said, and here's James' response.
Y'all had a lot of thoughts on whether that guy from last night actually was straight, and I have thoughts too. Not to defend straight men, but a lot of them understand that trans women are women, so being attracted to me doesn't challenge their understanding of their sexuality. And a lot of
the idea of a trans man working so hard to invalidate other trans people, it pisses me off. It's someone who knows full well how misgendering probably feels, because you don't just go from taking medication to boom, you look exactly how you want to look. People have a process. Medication takes time. Regardless of whether you are taking HRT or you are a cis person going through a cis puberty, change happens over time. So to invalidate people at a time when you don't necessarily feel is correct by your own measures is disgusting. I think he's so... My rule is that I will personally go for these people in the exact same energy as they go for anyone else. As you guys know, as a big girl, I'm not going light, right? We're going straight in and it's a full fat Coke. Fuck You, Marcus. Fuck you. You absolute privileged, arrogant little prick. To create a platform that consistently, and I mean consistently, promotes hate and targets minority people, regardless of whether you like, agree with, these people are in a minority group, as are you, you twat. And the things that you're doing to try and make yourself more palatable to straight people, it's embarrassing. You are embarrassing. I just want to say this because once upon a time I saw this comment, and I will say it's not a popular view, but I saw it and it stuck with me. This isn't it word for word, obviously, but it was basically suggesting that I'm transphobic because the only trans people I fuck with are the ones that I agree with. And I thought that was such an interesting take of, am I transphobic because I don't agree with Blair, I don't like Blair, I don't give a fuck whether you're trans or cis, mate. I'd be calling you out the same way. Ariel Smelseller gets the same treatment. I don't hate this kid because he's trans. I hate him because he's a piece of shite. You want to come in and defend your little Marcus, then go defend your little Marcus. But over here, we say what we say it with our chest. Marcus, feel free to respond, baby. I'll be waiting.
I'm honestly quite impressed of how you can spew so many lies in just 10 seconds. Like every single thing that comes out of your mouth is a lie. How do you do it? How can you lie in every single sentence? It's crazy.
Is he talking about himself?
How do you do it? How can you lie in every single sentence? It's crazy. And it must be a form of talent, not a good one, a positive one. I think your confidence is so unbelievable when you're claiming to be a trans woman. Trans woman where? What on earth makes you trans? Your thin long hair? The last time I checked, claiming a man with long hair is not a real man, is not a man at all. It's quite offensive to claim.
What do you mean trans woman where? Trans woman there? You did a whole video about her. Had you struggled to find her? She's on your video. You edited her in and now she's on my video. We can see her. She's there. Don't say she's not a trans woman because you apparently don't think she's a trans woman. So does that mean you're not a trans man if people start saying you're not a trans man? Like, someone please explain it to me. How does this work? How does the tolerance work? Do you only tolerate and respect certain people and there's a line where we just stop showing basic respect? The thing is with me is I will never, ever misgender someone just because I don't like them. That doesn't make sense. You are still who you are. I just don't fucking like you now. And I just don't like this idea that because I don't consider you right, I won't even use the right names for you. That is so disrespectful and so entitled as someone who has gone through the same fucking journey.
It's quite offensive to claim. And the last time I checked, it would be offensive for a straight man to go up to a lesbian and claim he's a lesbian too, so she should sleep with him. Your sexual orientation is not determined by other people's self-identification.
It doesn't matter in any direction. Consent is consent. What are you talking about? Did anybody else hear her say, not only am I a trans woman, but that me being a trans woman also means that consent goes out the window? What are you doing? You're going from two different extremes and it's going down this whole like predatory route of like trans women don't respect boundaries, trans people can't respect boundaries, which is weird because you're a trans person. Is this a self-police? Are you telling on yourself? Is the call coming from inside the house? Like, what's going on? Are you the predatory one? Because she never said that. I think it's really weird for someone's brain to immediately go, right, predator. Like, I don't know, it sounds like that's something coming from inside you, Marcus.
If the dick won't get hard, the dick won't get hard, and it doesn't care about what someone claims to be. The dick will always know, and someone can't just change their opinion about what a woman is to make the dick hard.
I really find this so uncomfortable. There's just so much sexualization of this specifically. The dick won't get hard, the dick won't get hard, whatever. Has someone said this to you? Like, what's happening? It feels like someone said this to Marcus and he's really upset about it and he's holding it in. He's like, if the dick won't get hard, the dick won't get hard. That's what he said to me. You know, like, what's going on, bestie? Sorry if you've been going around struggling to make dicks hard, but some of us don't have that problem, bestie.
A man's dick won't get hard just because the man chooses to be more open-minded when it comes to trans people.
To put it bluntly, just because a guy's sucking my dick, it doesn't mean that he's gay. I've been with a lot of straight men that do it because it's a way that they pleasure the woman that's in front of them. But they wouldn't do it for a gay boy because they're not attracted to men.
That's what I'm talking about. Everything you say is a lie. And you don't spew small lies. They're obvious lies. You're literally
How are they lies? Nothing she said was a...
the type of person that would say, the weather's so bad today it's raining, when the truth is, the sun is out and there are no clouds.
Was that a serve? Was he like... oh, I killed her with that weather shit. Like, what the hell was that? That was weak in all areas. It wasn't funny, it wasn't witty, it wasn't imaginative. How do you become boring in all these different ways? Like, I don't understand. Like, that's the talent. You're just so boring. You're so boring, Marcus. Oh, fuck me, this is hard. Unlike the dicks you're with.
Or you could hold a banana and say, this is a pear. A man has to be gay, or at least bi, to sleep with someone like you. And when I say he has to be at least bi, it's not because you are something in between the two genders. It's because a bisexual man also sleeps with men. Manly men, or men who look like men in general. You are in that category. The men who sleep with you are not straight.
This is actually crazy. By the way, I know I'm coming for him, but I'm coming for him because he's coming for her. Like, I'm fuming. Why? Like, what do you get from this, Marquas? What do you get from this? What? I mean, yeah, okay, money. That's the truth. It's money, right? It's money. That's what he gets from this. I guess it's enough for him that just like a stranger is just fair game. Maybe it's because we're a small platform that I feel comfortable coming for like these giant platforms. But something about a giant platform coming for a smaller platform always feels wrong. It's about who's in a position of power, right? I guess it's like, cool, I believe this, these are my views, but why does this have to be shared? Why do I have to use my platform that, you know, a lot of people who don't necessarily like trans people in general, or they wouldn't be watching my shit because most of my stuff is full of self-hate, you know? In all of this, it's just a lot of self-hate. Like, how much do you hate yourself that you would enjoy hating other people this much? You know what I mean? Like, damn, you must feel crap about yourself. I'm sorry, kid. Try the being nice thing. It might work. Rebrand. The nice tea.
Insane for you to claim that the men who sleep with you wouldn't sleep with gay men. Yes, they would. What do you mean? Why wouldn't they? Let's just for a second buy into your whole lie that you are a trans woman, you are not a man, they, she, they, whatever. Gay men still look like you. So if someone is attracted to you, they're also attracted to gay men.
Specific sexual acts don't define sexualities, and nor do genitalia.
Claiming genitalia do not define sexual orientation. It's not only untrue, it is super homophobic. Because it debunks or it erases homosexuality. The women who are lesbians are it because they are not attracted to penises. They're not attracted to men. But you're saying, activists like you are saying that it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter what a person has in between their legs. And I think it's disgusting. It's not progressive if you take a look at the real definition. It's an attack.
It's interesting to say like every lesbian doesn't like dick, because that's also not true. Whether it's shop bought, homegrown, whatever, you know, you can't speak for every lesbian. That's just the tea. Some lesbians do like dick. They do. There are lesbians in relationships with other trans women who haven't had operations, and they are very happy with whatever's going on down there. And if they're not, and it's something that they don't necessarily talk about, then they're very happy with the alternative, which can be shop bought, which still very much does mimic and can go in and can feel bigger or can do this and still have the same dynamic. So this idea that like just being a lesbian in general means, oh, penis, terrible, is uneducated. You're showing your lack of sexual creativity here. It's okay to be vanilla. I love vanilla sex. It can be so naughty. When people say it's not good, I'm like, you're just not good at vanilla sex, you know. Try it with me. No, I'm joking. But like, I don't know. I just feel like you're showing your lack of education here and your lack of understanding of how sex can be pleasurable in so many different ways, different people. I don't know, it's giving don't really know much. It's giving don't make dicks hard, ever. Yeah, sorry. You know what I mean? I've been trying that thing, you know, the nice tea.
And harassment. You're harassing lesbians when claiming they should be attracted to trans women who still have their penises. Because, according to the woke communities, if a penis is attached to a trans woman, the penis is suddenly a woman's penis. A woman's body part.
Okay, I'm just gonna speak to that because I'm part of that woke community. I don't know why people are like, being woke is a bad thing. Like, go woke, go broke. No, go woke. Stay woke, bitch. As someone who is part of the woke community, I don't understand what ideology you're pushing. No one's saying you have to do anything. When it comes to sex in general, people who are woke are very liberal, but they're very, very progressive in consent is sexy. The liberals, the people who are super progressive, are the ones fighting for people to have autonomy over their bodies in all ways, and that includes abortion rights and things like that. So I don't understand why you're blurring lines and blurring these political weird views just to push your own agenda, because that's not the tea. Nobody's saying you have to do anything. Someone's saying you have to do something in bed which you do not want to do is, and I don't like the idea of people just being like, yeah, you know, these woke people just endorse trans women just kind of like people. No one likes that. Nobody's asking for that and nobody's endorsing that. So stop pretending that it is. And I need to say this, and I need to say this for free. Anybody out there who is trans who's saying you have to do this because of this, and if you don't, you're transphobic, fuck off. Somebody doesn't want to sleep with you, they don't want to sleep with you. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter who you are. No means no. Period. And trust me, the people that I'm talking to, the offensive tea, is like one human being. So stop pretending like it's the whole trans community. Because in case you forgot, that includes you twat.
I think some of these comments were not really meant to challenge his sexuality so much as they were to discredit my womanhood. It's not appropriate for you or me to define somebody else's sexuality or their gender.
James, it's both. People are questioning this man's sexual orientation, and they're also dismissing your womanhood. Dismissing that you're a woman. People don't believe this man is straight because you're not a woman. So, it's both. The irony is how trans activists like you are the ones trying to define other people's sexual orientation. Or rather, redefine, because again, if the definition...
No, you've just created this video trying to define her sexuality. So how can you go, you're the type of person trying to define people's sexuality? That's what your whole video is about.
Of what it means to be a woman changes, just to include men, then the people who are attracted to women have to be attracted to men as well. This is very dominating and...
No, they don't. They don't need to be attracted to men as well. They can be attracted to women, and that includes trans women. And if they don't happen to be attracted to a specific trans woman, then trans women's going to take the L like everybody else. Because trans people are people, right? Like yourself, and we all have capacity, we all have respect. Like, I don't understand what ideology he's pushing here. I just think it's so dangerous, and he's saying so much while saying so little. And the things that he's not saying are dangerous, but I'm picking on them, and I hope you are too. Like, what is this? It's just fucking weird. Shut the fuck up.
Sexist behavior. And James here is acting extremely dominant. He really wants to get his lies forced down your throats.
Where this gets complicated is somebody else might have those same experiences and attractions but consider themselves bisexual or pansexual or heteroflexible is a big one these days. Who am I to put you in a box? Who am I to say that our limited sexuality nomenclature somehow defines the entire breadth of human experience?
But that's exactly what you're doing right now. You are putting people into boxes. You're wrongfully labeling people as straight when they're not. That is, oh my god. This is why he's so insufferable. The obvious lies.
But on a personal level, it is complicated for me. Is my body being used as a scapegoat for somebody's closeted queerness? Is loving someone who's transgender inherently a queer act, especially when you consider the history of criminalizing same-sex attraction? Is anyone actually straight? And I ask myself a lot, what matters more, the label or how this person treats me? If he understands what is required of him to be with a trans woman and I feel good, doesn't matter what the label is, does it?
Right, because you don't care about anyone else but yourself.
Just want to say before we hear this person, that was kind of beautiful. I kind of live for it. Like, you know, I want to go find the original video because I feel like the original video is actually really heartfelt and sweet, and kind of open as well. I don't think it's very like, this is instructional. It's kind of like this, it still feels like a conversation, but she's talking to herself. And I think that takes a particular type of skill and natural likability and charisma. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go have to find her original video because that's cool. Oh my God, she's so charismatic. Hashtag Marcus can't relate.
You don't care about anyone else but yourself. So, we got it. You're like, as long as I'm happy and you treat me right, which I will never tell you how to because the definition keeps changing. I don't care about others. I don't care. I would wrongfully label them as anything.
The thing that Marcus is seriously missing here is this idea that you need to agree with everyone to respect them. That's not the case. That is not the case at all. And I know I'm like, you know, incredibly disrespectful to him. I know that because he disrespects everyone. So I have no respect for him. If I had some, it's gone. Looking where? It's not in the room with us. I don't need to know how you define yourself. I don't need you to define what even makes you happy to know that on a basic level, I can give you basic human respect. And that includes you telling me and making very clear that this is who I am, I'm a trans woman, and me respecting that and using your pronouns. It takes nothing from me, nothing.
I believe James here is a pathological liar. A pathological liar is someone who lies compulsively or habitually, often without a clear reason or benefit. Their lies can be elaborate and convincing, and they may lie even when it would be easier to tell the truth, or when there's no obvious gain. Sounds like James to me, but I will say it is obvious why he lies. It starts with the letter M. He's probably doing all this for money, for attention, and maybe because it feels good to be so dominating and so insisting. Who knows? James is...
I'm so sorry, but like, I think he's literally talking about himself. It's kind of, like, it's hilarious to me. Like, it's cringe. Lack of self-awareness is, okay.
also one of those trans activists who believe that we should medicalize gender-confused children with puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones. When he talks about that topic, he also lies, claiming it's not harmful when it clearly is. I just want to say that not all trans activists are like James, are as insufferable as James, so dominant and aggressive in their activism. Some, if not most activists, believe in the rhetoric. You will find a lot of videos on the internet of men claiming to be women, and I don't think they're all necessarily pathological liars. I think some actually believe, are convinced that there are women trapped in men's bodies. And it's impossible for me to know for sure what people's intentions are and what they deal with, what's in their head.
I'm done with this shit. Y'all can go watch the last minute yourself because we get it, right? It's the same narrative throughout. I thought this would be more variety. It's just dogging on this girl who's just trying to live her best life. So I've got no more time for it, but we've done most of it together. Do you know what I mean? I know I can be a bit sassy on here when it comes to these horrible internet bullies, but it's just, I'm not having it. I don't like the way they treat us. I don't like the way they treat people like me, people who go through the same things as me, people who are just trying to live and just get through life. I don't like it. I don't like how they choose to continue to make their money by just bringing people down. Isn't that what they do? Then they continue to use us to get their funds. So yeah, YouTubers, go and chat shit about them. Go have fun with it. They're going to continue to talk about us. They won't stop talking about us because we are the most interesting thing about their videos. Without us, what do they have? Let's be real, you know? There's nothing else to them. If Marcus didn't have hate on the internet, you know, he'd have to try and actually, you know, say words and have a conversation. And based on this weak-ass personality, you know, it's not looking too hot. So hate's profitable, hate sells, and you can't rely on a personality because he doesn't have one. So it is what it is. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Put them in the comments below. Even if you think I'm a dick, I don't care. Put them in the comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe, thumbs up, and all that good stuff. Leo's been working super hard, so I thought I'd hit him with 2 videos this week, just to give him a little break. So I love you very much. Thank you for supporting us consistently, and being here. It's nice to have this journey with you. We know we're not the biggest YouTubers, but we feel great with the community that we have, and we hope it continues to grow. Hopefully in 5 years, we'll have a channel that's just as big as my course, and we can use our platform to continue to just charge against people like this, because it's not right, and someone's got to do it. Someone's got to clean these idiots off the streets, because they won't put themselves in the bin, you know what I mean? And I'm more than happy to. So yeah, like I said what I said, and I didn't stutter. Drink water, eat fruits, and Leo will see you in the next video. Goodbye.